Hey everyone, this is Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog, right guys, with another video commentary of Panda Recommends. This time I'm joined by Time Enforcer Anubis from She'sLostControl.net again. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And this time we're going to be talking about, for this week's episode, this is a good one. This is a very good, well-known, established anime series. Of course, what we're talking about is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yes, my favorite anime.
Yep, he's like Anubis's literally favorite anime.
Number one.
Number one. So this anime originally came out, I want to say around 1995, 1996.
1995, 1996 when it ran, yes.
Okay, and this was featured on Adult Swim. Definitely, that's for how we got into this. And what can you say about this? It's definitely a mecha anime through and through. Mecha.
Maybe.
Well,
it depends on what you considered mecha.
Well, the units were definitely mecha. Like, it was, okay, you would say it was another combination of, there was mecha, sci-fi, downright psychological, dramatic, crazy shit.
Yeah.
And, let's throw in the apocalypse.
Pretty much.
So
if I had to pick one, it's mostly a psychological anime.
Yes, that is extremely true. And, Anubis, give us the lowdown of what the story is all about.
Alright, so it's 2014. Just like it's 2014 now. So it's 2014. Humanity it's a post-apocalyptic world. Polarized caps have melted all over the place. Sea levels have risen. Summer is all the time now. And what's happening is Earth, and very specifically this one area of Japan called Tokyo 3, is under siege by the Angels. Now the Angels are these massive monsters. We don't know where they came from. We don't know what they want. All we know is that they're attacking us. So humanity builds the Evangelions, these large mecha units specifically built to fight the Angels. And they can only be piloted by a particular set of teenagers. And that's where the story goes from there.
So it's basically what Almost Pacific Rim is based off of.
Pretty much. On the very surface, it sounds like your typical super robot anime.
Yeah.
Because that's how a lot of them start. You got the monster of the week, you got your giant robot piloted by some teenager, and you go from there. But Evangelion, and that's deliberate, but Evangelion goes in an entirely different direction from your typical super robot anime.
It is definitely one of the most unique animes out there because of how the storyline plays out, the mood, the tone, everything. Because it all revolves around the one main character, Shinji.
Yes.
He's our main protagonist. He pilots the Unit 1, and he has a lot of shit going on in his plane.
Yeah, everyone has a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, everyone has their own, thing that they're dealing with.
Yeah, the characters are, to be honest, to me the characters are the best part of the show. Yeah. Because they created some really deep, some characters you can really get into and see everything about them.
Yep, it's the character development process within the series. Like you figure like, oh, it's like one of those, it's just an anime series. It has like, okay, we're happy, okay, we're sad, okay, we're serious. No, it gets progressively worse. You realize how fucked up everyone is.
Oh yeah.
So
and they get even more fucked up as it continues on.
It is honestly the best thing we could use for this, like Evangelion, a fucked up series, but
yeah,
a great series at that.
It's fantastic, and if, as we're saying, it was a fucked up series, it's really not that confusing. A lot of people will go into Evangelion and come out saying, I don't know what's going on and whatnot. But really, if you pay attention, it does explain pretty much everything that's going on. You just have to pay attention. So it's not the kind of series you can just watch and not really think about. You gotta have your brain on while you're watching Evangelion. That's one of the other great things about it. It makes you think.
Almost like the show Ghost in the Shell.
Exactly.
So now as far as the series goes, this series, of course, ran on Adult Swim, 26 episodes, but we also have movies that they release after, and then now they're doing, completely, revamping, well, not revamping, they're upping the animation, newer, it's,
Yeah.
new.
The rebuild series, they
Yeah,
call it.
the rebuild. Can you please explain to us what the rebuild series is all about for those of who don't know?
So, rebuild of Evangelion is basically they're retelling the story of the 26 episode series, but at the same time they're not retelling the story of the 26 episode series. So it goes through. It starts at the same point, but I can't tell you how it ends because the fourth one isn't out yet. But it does not. It diverges at a certain point in time. It becomes something different. I would call it something of its own. I call it a spin-off, honestly.
Now, is this good or bad?
It really depends. I like the original series better. A lot of people like the original series better, but they're definitely well-made films.
All right, so you would definitely recommend both then. If you like the series, definitely check out the movies, or you could just check out the movies, see what you're getting into, and then go for the series to see the true potential.
I would actually say watch the series first.
All right.
No matter what you do, watch Evangelion. Even if you don't watch End of Evangelion, you don't watch Death and Rebirth, you don't watch the Rebuild series, just watch Evangelion.
Well, the problem is with Evangelion that some people might realize is that it's hard to find a DVD copy because Funimation, they're one of the biggest distributors of anime in the United States. They don't have the rights to it.
Nah, ADV had them, and those went with ADV. So no one really has the domestic release rights to it yet.
Yeah, because you think that this would had a re-release, a DVD to Blu-ray copy, updated copy with better audio and
You'd think it'd have the re-release. You'd think it'd have the DVD Blu-ray combo. You'd think it'd have streaming on Hulu or whatever, but no. I
it's
I
even
don't.
Cowboy Bebop is getting a re-release and this is not. It's like
It's ridiculous and really unfortunate because this is one of the best anime out there. This is a show that really solidified a lot of things that we take for granted about the medium right now.
yeah, this is definitely a very critical piece. It's an art. It's an art, but it's
Let me put it this way: you don't hear about post Cowboy Bebop anime, or you don't even hear about post Mobile Suit Gundam anime, but post Evangelion anime is technically a genre unto its own.
yeah.
It created a genre of anime that tried to be like Evangelion. That's how much this changed anime.
Yep, and it still has a fantastic and huge fan base. There's a lot of
Oh yeah.
figures being sold. Of course, the rebuild series, the movies is coming. They got like what, two of them out. Third one's coming out soon, and the last one should be like what, 2015? They said.
I believe so. I'm not quite sure.
Also, you can check out the manga as well. There is a manga series out there for those of you who want to read.
I think it's finished. I don't know. The mangaka is known as being the laziest mangaka ever because like one of the volumes came out a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and we're talking about a manga that's been going on for at least a decade.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep. So overall, as far as watching it goes, people are selling it via used DVDs, though they may be expensive. You know, I would always recommend trying to buy the legitimate copies, but because of where the rights are with distribution right now, it's almost in like some kind of limbo hell.
Yeah.
Which the only way you can watch it is the rebuild. That's that's you can buy in store or online, brand spanking new. But if you can, try to go for the original. You could try to go for the DVD copies.
Yeah.
So
I,
overall,
I'm gonna say, find a way to watch it.
yeah, find a way to watch it. For me, this is definitely while to me it's not my favorite anime, it's not my top favorite anime series. It's still one of my top favorite though. This series definitely helped define anime for what it is. You know, you can't when you say anime, so a lot of us are going to be thinking with all the shows out there, Evangelion's definitely one of the top ones.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the shows that made anime what it is today.
Yep.
For better or for worse, for what whatever you think of how anime is today, part of it is because of Evangelion, and we're still feeling the ripples of that right now, almost 20 years later.
Yep,
It,
and even then, it's not going to stop because we still got the movie coming out.
exactly, and no anime since has had that sort of staying power.
Yep, maybe Gundam, because well,
Gundam's been around since the 70s.
yeah, Gundam it's
So,
its own league, but well, yeah, it's its own league. So
and to be fair about Gundam, that get the the hype around that gets rebooted every couple of years when they come out with a new Gundam series to sell more models.
oh yeah,
We're still having figures from Evangelion. Like
yeah,
we're
we were
still getting Asuka figures when that came out in '95.
yep. So yeah, overall, this is definitely a great pick for Panda recommends for this week. Highly recommend it to any and all anime fans out there. If you're new, definitely you should not pass this up. If you like a really good anime to help define what anime is, because again, this is like mecha, sci-fi, psychological, dramatic, and apocalyptic. This is definitely the thing for you then.
If you want to see what anime is capable of, watch Evangelion.
Yep. Do notes if you do like just like the kid, like the very what's that genre? It's all like the romantic comedies and stuff like that, like the school life.
Slice of life, or
Well, the
yeah,
genre of it, you know.
all of those are genres.
Oh yeah,
Romantic comedy,
yeah,
school life.
yeah. If you like those only, do know this would definitely be outside your comfort zone, but give it a shot, give it a chance.
Yes, absolutely.
So you know, even the older anime veterans out there would definitely recommend this. So again, on this week's episode here, you know, myself and Time Enforcer Anubis is recommending Neon Genesis Evangelion. Feel free to watch the 26 episode series, highly recommended, and also the new Rebuild movies coming out. So,
Also, watch End of Evangelion.
well, that oh yeah, that's you. That was really crazy.
I love that. That's probably my favorite film
Yep.
of all time.
Yep. So overall, again, thank you people for watching this week's episode of Panda Recommends. Feel free to comment comment in this video if you're a fan of this series as well. Also check out my other video content on the Geeky Panda blog on YouTube, but also check out Time Enforcer Anubis's website at she'slostcontrol.net and his radio podcast that he does with his friends as well. So check that out. So overall, thank you Anubis for coming here and for voicing out your opinion and helping me out.
Thanks for having me.
All right, folks. So this is the Geeky Panda here with Time of Force Anubis on the Geeky Panda blog signing out. And remember, stay geeky, my friends.